Hey guys, I'm over here at one of my permissions this morning. It's a big old farm that I've been coming to for years, but I'm going to do a little test today. First thing I'm going to do is I'm testing these Grey Ghost Deus headphones. This is for the XP Deus 2 puck that I have on there right now. I've been giving these an evaluation, trying to figure out if I like the original series or the Platinum series, and I think today I'm going to make my choice. So I got the Platinum ones here. I'm going to run through these again, see if I like them. The other thing we're going to do is I brought some flags today. Oops, dropped the phone. I brought some flags today. I got these blue little flags. I got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them. So we're going to go out in the field here. We're going to find 8 targets that sound good with the Deus. When I mean good, I'm talking like probably a good coin signal or something that's I think might be a good relic or something. And then we're going to flag it. And I brought the Equinox with me and the Legend. So we'll go over each of the targets to see what they think it is. And then we'll dig them up and see who is right or who is wrong, or if they're all right or all wrong, and go from there. All right. So somebody asked me to do this kind of video on my channel. So I thought, well, I'll do that. I'll just take some flags along and then put out there, and then we'll run each machine through them. I'm not going to go too far away from the truck, so we're just going to pick a section, mark it off, and go diligently down through there. All right, so let's get started. All right, we got our first good target here. Hitting 8990 on the target ID. Doesn't seem to be too deep. Obviously not ferrous. So we're going to go ahead and put a flag down on there. Put one right in there. Alright guys, I got another one here. It's hitting in the low 70s though. Kind of it's shallow. So it's got this 72 on the VDI. It's got a squeak on the end of it, some nails with some iron. But we'll go ahead and put a flag down on it. I think it's gonna be crap, but we'll give it a shot and see. All right, here's an interesting one with the Deus 2. Now you hear a lot of iron in there, but well, I had it isolated. So you can kind of isolate the signal down to like a 95, 94. But I hear iron all around it. So it will be interesting to see. There. It'll be interesting to see which machine really picks that up as real iron, or is it gonna fool you? Because I probably wouldn't dig that with the Deus, but I'm gonna flag it anyway. It's a good test. All right, hole number 4 for the Deus is a very clean 79. There's some iron up here a little bit, but it cleans up pretty good. 78, 79. All right, got another signal here. It's kind of crappy to me. Here's some iron up here. And then it hits 70, 69, 70, 72. I don't know, but it's a good signal. When you're relic hunting, you dig these. You just never know. So that's hole number 5. 3 to go. All right, target number 6 is going to be a very clean 7170 signal. So right in here, we'll put a flag down on there. All right, here's target 7, but I don't know if I would dig this or not, but it is a good, I mean, it's a signal. 8990, but it's very, very scratchy. If you go up a little higher, it's all iron. So I'm not sure I would dig that, but let's see if the other machines would tell you the same. So I'll put that down as target 7. Very, very iffy by my standards here on the Deus 2. But you never know. One more. All right, we're going to end on a really good, clean target. 82, 83. Now, if I'm a betting man, I would say that's perhaps a round ball. Maybe. Could be a button. But regardless, that's a really, really good signal. And we're going to put that down as target number 8. All right, guys, we got our 8 targets. We're going to head back to the truck. I'm going to get the other machines, and we're going to start at target 1 where we had that really nice 9091 signal. I think that's, besides the one I just found here today at target 8, I think the first hole might be something really good. This one almost, I think, might be is probably something pretty good too. The other ones, it's hit or miss. So let's go get the other machines and let's dig them up. All right, I got the 3 machines out here. As you can hear, the Deus is going absolutely bonkers. I probably should turn these off. Let's turn them off. Well, actually, we'll turn off the Deus because we already know the Deus is hitting this target at 9091 for the first one. Let's just go ahead and we'll put you out of your misery. Sorry, buddy. Loud. All right, so target 1. We know the Deus hits 90, 91. So let's try the Equinox. Now the Equinox, I have ground balanced. I have noise canceled it. But I'll just make sure I do it again here. And lift up the coil, because if I don't, everybody's gonna give me crap. All right, so we are in Park 1 right now. Park 1. Turn up the volume a little bit. Oops. All right, I'm canceling again. All right, let's get back to basics here. All right, turn it up so you can hear it. Remove the flag. See what Park 1's gonna do. Park 1 is saying it's 27, 28, 29. And it's about 3 notches down on the ground. It's not too deep. What does Relic say? Park 2, actually. So Park 2, give a little different reaction there. Let's try feel 1. Still a good signal. Jumping around a little more though. Let's try field 2, which is where I probably would be hunting anyway if I was out in this field. All right, so there you go. It's around 27, 30, bounce around a little bit, but it does like Park 1 the best as far as clear sounds go. And it's locking in, well, it's not really locking in. $30, $26, $29. So I don't know. Still sounds good to me. Alright, so I'm gonna turn this off so we don't have anybody on when we go over it with the Legend. Alright, we got the Legend here, ground balance. I'm in M1. Let's bring it on over after I get this bug off my face. So 50, 51, 50, locking on at 50. Let's try, that's also in park mode. Let's try going over to field. Field sounds good. It's hitting 47, 48. Let's try M2. So not much difference. The number is a little bit different. 50 on M1, 48, 49 for M2. So totally diggable on all machines. So let's see what it is. So here is the target. And the target is going to be a big old fired bullet. Man, that sounded good, didn't it? All machines would have got that. Alright, let's go to the next hole. Alright guys, we're at the next hole. I don't remember the order I'm in. I think this is hole number 2, or target number 2, but it could be off. So we're going to just go over them with each machine again to get the numbers. Alright, so supposed to be a good signal right here. Oh yeah, this is that 71 that's kind of jumpy. Probably wouldn't dig that if I was using this machine, because I think it's going to be trash. Alright, so 70, 71 with the Deus. Turn that off. Let's get the Nokta out. Alright, so we're in custom mode, or for the, it defaults to custom 1. I'm gonna leave it that way. It's not gonna matter too much. Then we're gonna be in, start in M1. M1. We're going to do park. So it is also giving me a double beep. 27, 26. Let's go over to field. A little louder pitch. 28, 27. Let's go to M2. $27, $28 for field. Let's go back to park. About 27, 20, 27. Ferro check says it's a non-ferrous. So there you go with that one. So let's power this off and go get the other machine, the Equinox. Park 1 is not giving me much at all. I guess there we go. So it's giving me a 12-13. Let's go to Park 2. That's giving me more of a double beep now. Still about 12-13. Field 1. 14-15. Field 2. 12-13. But Park 1, man, it struggled for it doesn't hear it very good in Park 1. Alright, let's see what it is. Alright, target number 2 is also going to be a fired bullet. Yeah, so it was very, very close to the surface. That's why you got all the double beeping. Alright, so every one of the machines would have heard it. Next. Alright, we're at target number 3. This is actually out of order, but this is the last. This should be target number 8, but we're heading back and just picking them up as we go. This is the good one at 84 for the Deus. So I'm excited about that target. Let's power it off. Grab the next machine. All right, we got the Legend here. We're in M1 Park mode. That's also a good signal. 34, locking on. Ferrocheck says it's non-ferrous. Oh, we're getting some weird 34, 35. Let's see what this does in M2. 34. Let's try the let's try field in M2. 34. We'll try M1 again. 34. Alright, so 34 seems to be the magic number on the Legend. Power that down. Alright, next up is the Equinox. We're in Park 1. I thought we were in Park 1. Yes, Park 1. So it's sort of picking up something, but it's not really. Let's try Park 2. So Park 2 picks it up at 16, 17. Let's do field 1. Locking on at 18. Field 2. 16. 17, 16. So Park 1 doesn't like that. Same as last target. Yeah, so interesting on the Equinox. So let's dig her up. Figure out what it is. Alright guys, I got it out of the hole. What did I do with it? I just lost it. Where did I put it? Oh snap. What did I do with it? I thought I just had it. Where did you go? Oh, here it is. It too is a fired bullet. So it's giving you a good idea of the varieties of bullets out here and the different sounds they all make. So we're digging nothing but bullets so far. Every machine would have heard it except Park 1 on the Equinox. It kind of heard it, but it's a little iffy. Excellent. All right, we are at hole number 4. And I don't remember what this one is. This isn't really hole number 4. This is just the hole that I'm walking closest to on the way back. So let's find out what it is here. Got the Deus up first. 77, 76. Pretty good signal. Let's say it's going to be right about there. All right, next machine. All right, next up is the Legend. We are in M1. 35, jumping around a little bit. 34, 35. 36. Let's try M2. Same thing, 35, 34. That was in field, by the way. That was not in park. We'll go back to park. Park M2. 34, solid. Well, 33, 34. Let's do M1. So 33, 34. All right, pretty straightforward. All right, we got the Equinox in Park 1. Nothing heard, except a little blip here and there. I'm getting something, but it's like 30. Let's try Park 2. So I hear it in Park 2, 14, 15, 17, jumping around a little bit, 16, 17. Let's try Field 1, 16, Field 2, 16, 17. Getting some feedback for something. All right, so let's figure out what this is. Let's dig it up. Don't have high hopes for this target too much, but you never know. Oh, look. Are you surprised? There is a fired bullet, another one. 3, 4 bullets now. Is there anything else in this field? All right, here's hole number 5 with the Deus. So, remember when we were trying to hit this hole, we only hit one way. I think it was right around there. So we're getting 80, well, it's all over the place. 89, a lot of iron. It's probably going to be iron, that's my guess. But let's see what the other ones tell us. All right, powering off. All right, up next is the Legend. We are in M1 Park. And I'm not hearing anything. Oop, a little bit of a blip there. Now, I do have the custom discrimination on. If I change that a little bit to all metal, then you hear the iron. A little bit of a squeaker in there once in a while. Nothing really repeatable. Let's try removing just the ground discrimination. Nothing except iron. And then full ground value, full discrimination, not full meaning it's just up to 10. And then back to custom, which is where it started. So we get one squeak, one direction. Not hopeful in this target. I believe it's going to be iron, so that's a good sign there for the Legend picking that up if it is iron. All right, we got the Equinox up. Put it in Park 1. So it has a little bit of a chirp once in a while. So you can kind of get a signal out of that. Now, would you dig that, though, is the question. That's Park 1. Park 2. So Park 2, it's broken up a bit. Probably wouldn't dig it in Park 2. Let's do Field 1. Broken up pretty good there. Field 2, what I don't have turned on is all metal mode, by the way. Just trying to hear it like it normally would be set up. I know a lot of you guys would hunt in all metal mode, which is kind of the way I do it in the Deus. So let's turn on all metal mode and see if we can hear the iron Yeah, I can hear it now. So, yep, I don't think I would have dug this target with any of these machines, to be honest with you. But let's dig it up anyway and see what it is. It's going to be iron. Almost guarantee it. Alright guys, got the target out. It is iron, and it is going to be a little piece of a nail. So, I don't think any of those machines would have preferred digging that. So there you go. Our first non-bullet target. Alright, I guess we're on target number 6, I believe. That was 5, so this is 6. Getting 75 with the Deus 2, 76, 74. So, pretty good solid target there. Alright, here is the legend. We are in M1 Park. 31, 32. Let's try going to M2. Still same. Nothing much different. Let's try going over to field, M2 field. So 32. So M1 field. 32. All right, 32, 33. All right, we got the Equinox. We are in Park 1. I'm sorry, yeah, Park 1. So nothing in Park 1, interesting. Let's try to do Park 2. Park 2's picking it up. 16, 17, maybe another bullet. little different. Let's try field 1. 16, 17. Field 2. Sounds like it's going to be pretty shallow, whatever it is. I'll turn on all metal mode so you can hear with the iron. Really no impact on the iron. A little bit in there, not much. Alright, let's see what it is. Alright, got it in this clump right here. Let's see what it is. Oh, look, another bullet. There you go, another bullet. Good times are had by all up here, aren't they? Well, at least you guys know what bullets are going to sound like. Alright guys, next to last target. Target number 7. Got the Deus here. It's probably going to be iron. I remember hitting it one way. There it is. So I can hit this one way. It's giving me 85, 91. It's going to be an iron target though. This is kind of a waste of time. But let's see what the other machines sound like. Alright, we got the Legend out in custom mode M2. Well, let's change it to M1. Start with M1. Park M1. Jumping around a little bit. Nothing repeatable that I can hear that I would probably dig with this machine. Now let me turn on. Let's turn off custom mode. Let's do let's do M2 first. M2. Still nothing really good. Let's do let's go over to field. M2. So I'm getting a little bit of repeatable tone here once in a while, but not constant. Let's try M2 again. Nope. Let's try turning on all metal mode. This is all metal. So that's field M2, all metal mode. Let's do park all metal mode. So if you, all metal mode's kind of picking up something there, but doesn't repeat. Not sure I would dig that. So let's try the Equinox and see what it does. All right, Equinox is in park 1. I'll even leave it in all metal mode. I can hear something in there, but I don't know if I would dig that though. Let's try park 2, all metal. So you know, park 2 is picking up. Yeah, it's still jumpy. Let's turn off all metal and see what it sounds like. Yeah, it's pretty jumpy still, so I probably wouldn't dig that. Let's go into field 1. I would investigate that a little bit, but I probably wouldn't dig it. Field 2. So again, a signal I probably would not dig with any of these machines, just because it appears to be iron. So I'll dig it up anyway and prove that it is. All right, I found the iron object in the hole. Way down here is a nail. Pretty big nail too. But I want to show you what I found before I got to the nail. I found a little piece to a button. This would have been a button. Would have been a flat button, I believe. Might have even been a little dandy button or something. But that was in the hole, higher than the nail. But the nail was overpowering, except on the Deus you could hear that one way you could get that repeatable signal. I could not get that on the other machines, I don't believe, if I remember correctly. I'm not saying the Deus, I would have dug that with the Deus, because I probably would have suspected that would just been a nail and moved on. But that's what you risk if you don't dig everything, folks. You may miss. Like, this isn't anything to take home and be excited about, because it's a broken button. But hopefully, if it was a full button, you would have heard that a little bit better, because that is a small piece to a button. So I could see why the iron kind of bled through a lot. But there you go. That was an interesting hole right there. All right, final hole. Hole number 8. Got the Deus out. So I'm getting 69 on the VDI. Pretty solid target there. Heard a little bit of iron in there, but for the most part, 69 solid. Let's see what the others think. All right, we got the Legend. I get a bug out of my ear. I don't know what the heck's going on with these bugs today. Get out of the sun. So I'm getting a 28, 27. So right about here is where I think it's centered. Yeah, 28. That's Park 1, M1. Let's do M2. So same thing. M2. Now let's go over to field M2. 29. Let's do M1 field. So 28. If I turn on all metal mode, just to give you an idea what it sounds like with iron. clean signal, no iron. And that's the legend. All right, Equinox is up, Park 1. Not so much. Let's try Park 2. Park 2 comes up pretty good. $13, $14. Let's do field 1. 15. Field 2. 14. Pretty interesting. So I'm now looking at Park 1 thinking, do I have that changed by any chance? All right, folks, I'm gonna have to apologize for Park 1. The reason why Park 1 was not sounding good in some of those targets is because I had a custom program in it and I didn't realize it. It's been a while since I've used the Equinox. So I would throw everything out that I seen or heard on Park 1 and probably assume it's gonna hear it, because here's Park 1 over the last signal. Yeah, definitely it would hear it. So that's on me. That's my bad on that one. So I'm going to be honest with you. Park 1, I would rule out. I'm not going back through all these targets. I took all the flags off. Yeah, so Park 1 and Equinox, rule that out. I just screwed up that test, so I'm not going back over and doing all 8 targets again. I'm pretty sure the Equinox Park 1 would have heard every one of those targets, just because I didn't realize I had a custom program in there. It was actually a modified version of my coin program. So in actuality, it was a pretty good test because none of these were coins, so it should not have rung up very good out here on these bullets. So I guess silver lining is my coin program works. Didn't find any coins. so the Equinox Park 1, yeah, just disregard that one. But all the other search modes, it was not that way. So it was basic factory defaults. All right, let's do the finale. All right, the last target's going to be a piece of aluminum from a can. So, not surprised there. All right, so that does it for these holes. Let's do a final recap and just figure out what we learned besides my stupid mistake with Park 1. All right, guys, so what did we learn today from this little test or adventure? Well, a couple things. I screwed up Park 1, so don't take any of the Park 1 tests to account for anything. I'm pretty sure we would have heard all of the signals with Park 1 after I realized I had a custom program in there. Sorry about that. My bad. I did learn one thing about the Grey Ghost headphones for the Deus. I'm a huge fan. I love them. I'm going to keep these, actually. So tell Fort Bedford Metal Detectors I'm going to pick the Platinum Series Grey Ghost XP Deus headphones. They just work great today. I love them. So well, let's get back to the machine. So yeah, so what did we learn? So for the most part out here hunting these fields, somebody asked me to do one of these videos because, you know, to compare the machines when you're out in the field. And, you know, this is what I would have done. I would have picked those targets and probably have investigated them more with the Deus, except 1 or 2 of them. But you see that most of them were bullets, except for a couple. The one thing that kind of fooled everything on the end, that one signal, was the little mini broken button. But, you know, I take it or leave it. It was a good signal, or was it a good signal? On the Deus, I could get it to repeat one way. That was the only way. The Equinox was jumping around a little bit. Same thing with the Legend. So I don't know if I would have picked that target to dig with the other 2 machines. I probably, if I would have hit it just right with the Deus, I would have dug it just to make sure. Sometimes you just don't know with those repeatable signals. You know, sometimes you just have to investigate them. If you dig everything, then you would have definitely found the part of the button. Or you may not have. You may have just discarded the nail, not thinking something else was in the hole. But I found the button first and then kept going. I knew there had to be iron in there. But I think all machines are very, very comparable in this test. I wouldn't rule one over the other at this point. I do like the Deus better just for all the configuration options. And by the way, for the Deus, I did test every one of those signals with all the default programs. I just didn't show it on video. And I could hear every one of those targets in the defaults. So if somebody comes in and says, oh, you didn't use the default programs. Sure, I didn't use default programs, but I actually did test them as I found the hole. I went through them. I just didn't film it. It's just going to take too much time. I stayed in my custom coin program that I use for relics. Now I just raised the frequency up on the tone break number 2, and it's been pretty solid for me. So I just decided to go with that to test it. But all in all the machines, look, it depends on your budget, right? I mean, if you have a budget that's not as much as a XP Deus 2, then I would tell you to buy an Equinox or a Legend. The Legend for like $600 is a really good machine. The Equinox is tried and true. We all know how that thing works. It's a great machine as well. I prefer the Deus over all 3 of them. I just like the tones. I like the configuration options I can make with it, and it's been working great for me. So, and I'm on version 0.70. Haven't upgraded the 0.71 yet. I will shortly. I'm not going to go out there and tell you guys it's the best machine ever. I'm just not going to do that. Like I said, if you have a preferred choice of machines, then use the machine you want. It doesn't matter. They're all going to find stuff, folks. It's just, it depends on how you hunt and what you want out of your machine. So anyway, that's it for me today. If you're looking for any one of these machines and these Deus headphones by Grey Ghost, please look at my friends over at Fort Bedford Metal Detectors. Give Keith a call, John over there. Let them know what you're looking for. Tell them what you saw in this video that you want, and they'll get it for you. That's it for me today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's a little different video than I normally do, so this was at the request of one of my channel subscribers. So if you're not a subscriber, please do, and shoot me the ideas. And if you're not on my Patreon page, supporting me over there, take a gander over at Patreon and check me out over there at the Mental Metal. There'll be a link in the description. Always looking for new supporters over there. Really appreciate my patrons over there who are supporting the channel. And me personally, I really appreciate that. So I will check in with you later. Thanks for watching. See ya.